Hello YouTube and what up Wizards, it's Dev, SBMTG, we like it a magic, all that stuff, and we got a little jank in the tank for you today. It's been a while since I've been able to get on and like record an intro for Dank Jank rather than just like using what I did on the stream VOD, you know, but when we did the stream for this, it kind of cracked out a little bit and I didn't want to upload that part of it to YouTube, so I also figured though that this deck needs some teching before we get onto it, right? The combo's a little bit weird and I got questions all night about, you know, what this deck does from people who are just joining the stream. So I figured I'd go ahead and let you know. It is pretty simple, even though the deck looks really weird. It's got a lot of strange cards in it, doesn't it? But really, it's simple. You know, it's a Gyruda deck. Play Gyruda as companion, or Jigen in this case, I guess. Same difference. And we use return Pastcallers. New out of Strixhaven, wouldn't blame you if you didn't know what this did. 6 mana 4/2 flyer. And when it ETBs, you return a spirit, an instant, or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Well, we play Thwart the Grave in this deck. This is a 6 mana sorcery that costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. You get a creature back of any type from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you also get a creature of a party type to the battlefield from your graveyard. So that means if you cast Thwart the Grave, you can get return Pastcaller and Gyruda back, get Gyruda's into the battlefield trigger, and return Pastcallers into the battlefield trigger, getting Thwart the Grave back. Even though you've just cast it to get these creatures back, you can get it back with return Pastcaller when Pastcaller ETBs. But there's a bunch of other ways to do it, right? You can just like Gyruda, get back return Pastcaller, or, you know, off of Gyruda's trigger, and then use return Pastcaller to get back the Thwart the Grave. And then if your opponent disrupts your board state, you can just cast Thwart the Grave and do it all over again. Or you can cast Thwart the Grave on the next turn and maybe, you know, get the Blade Historian back from your yard, plus something else, because Blade Historian's a cleric, so you can get it back with the sort of party creature type half of this. You know, you can also get back a Doomskar Titan and a Blade Historian with a Thwart the Grave, right? Because Doomskar Titan, any creature type, and then Blade Historian, a cleric, so you can get back a thing that gives all your creatures a boost and haste till end of turn. Gives itself haste and the Blade Historian, and then of course Blade Historian gives them both double strikes. So, you know, what is that, 12, 13, 18 damage, something like that, all by itself? You know, there's a couple of weird built-in combos with this deck, but the way that we build to it is we either just discard our entire hand to eliminate history on turn 4. That'll happen a lot. We discard everything except for, you know, if we've already got a Thwart the Grave. We discard pretty much everything but that. Hoping, and we discard everything we don't have a Thwart the Grave, hoping to draw into one and maybe a couple of lands to help cast it. But Eliminate History is very important to this deck. But we've also got Professor of Symbology and Hunt for Specimens to get the Eliminate History out of our yard, or out of our sideboard. That can be important. But of course, Professor and Hunt for Specimens can both just discard cards into our yard. Like we need to discard a return Pastcaller or Doomskar Titan or a Jigen or something like that. We can do it with any of these learn cards, so they serve a lot of functions in this deck. Aside from that, Charming Prince can blink Gyruda, or, you know, scry into the combo if we need to, gain some life if we need to. Just does a whole lot of stuff. Decent reanimation target sometimes. But altogether, that's pretty much it. This deck was reverse engineered from a deck that completely bodied us on stream like 2 weeks ago, something like that. It took me about a week to figure out what all is supposed to go in this deck. I'm not sure if it's the exact right build yet, or even if it's supposed to play these removal spells like Heartless Act and Vanishing Verse, but this is the build I went with, and it did really well on stream. We got to do some crazy stuff, so let me show you that. Alright, opponent goes first. Again, 3-lander, 2-drop removal spells, so it hasn't preserved our hand from the last game exactly, but very close. very close. Opponent starts on Mountain, but no 1-drop. We get another Eliminate History, but we don't have any red mana. So that's pretty funny. Ooh, Prismari Apprentice. Nice. Is this going to counter or anything? Yeah, put a +1/+1 counter on it when you cast a spell. So we really probably don't want them to untap with that. If I had to guess, I just want to go ahead and do this. Prismari Apprentice. I like it. I actually think this card isn't terrible. Seriously. Yeah, it's only if they cast the thing +5/+5 or 5 mana value or greater. Hey, there's a red source. Probably want that now in just Symbology. We could also buy Gyruda this turn, but that's not good enough. So we do that, we won't have the red mana guaranteed next turn. So I think we Professor. However, I'm not sure what to do here because we can learn for a card. Opponent does have blue mana, and we need to be conscious of that. Might be able to dump a Thwart. Draw a card. Need to resolve these, right? Against blue mana, I'm not sure dumping the Thwart's the best idea, but I think in some cases it's more important to resolve the Illuminate history than it is to actually resolve the Thwart, because the Illuminate history will draw you into more Thwarts. However, you know, we're also a turn closer to Illuminate, so there's that. A few considerations. Altogether, though, if I had it over to do again, I might discard the Illuminate history. Igneous Inspiration, we're just going to get burned to death. They learn. But what for? Illuminate history. Huh. Sucks that we don't have more creatures to discard here. It really does. Buying Gyruda is my play here. I know it looks like a weird play, but I think I'd rather have something to discard to the Illuminate history next turn. Guaranteed, rather than having to wait to draw something. Let's see what they drop. 2 Infuriates. Are you just playing it fair? They're just playing that card fairly? I think they might be. I'll take another red source from the pathway. Hell, at this point, I can just cast Gyruda. Yeah, my game plan keeps changing, which is probably not the sign of very strong gameplay, but let's see. A way to do this, just throwing this out here, a way to do this is to draw the Blightstep pathway next turn. And then when we cast Gyruda, we know we're going to mill a Blade Historian. That's a way to do it. Sure. Had to really think about that one. Goldspan, baby. Sick card. Super sick card. What do you do against a Goldspan dragon? I don't know. We can get like a return Pastcaller off Gyruda and block it, but they probably have burn for it. You know, some kind of removal. But if that's the case, maybe we have a chance at winning the race here. You know? We don't know that we get to resolve this. They do have 2 open mana here, but we know they don't have Solid coming. I guess they need Essence Scatter, draw your Disruption here. Oh, it hits the table. Let's see if the best thing we can get is Blade Historian. Yep, looks that way, doesn't it? We can also get Charming Prince, blink the Gyruda. I like that. Historian's cool and all, but I worry that it's not going to last, you know. I'm at 18. Winning a race is going to be slightly tough here, but at least we get another creature out of the deal. Return Pastcaller, yay! We could get a Prismari Apprentice. Appears to be the only other creature in their deck. Could also get another Gyruda. That's kind of fun. There is already a Thwart, right? We dropped Thwart. Exactly. That's exactly one of the reasons I dropped Thwart in the yard. To get it back with the Pastcaller. Cool. So there's Thwart. Even if they remove our Pastcaller this turn, we can get it back, which is good. I guess it's not guaranteed because they can always counter whatever we try to play. But yeah, the Inspiration that they do still have a lot of open mana for counters, but they only have 2 cards in their hand. They're learning at the moment. See what they get with that. Oh, this is the thing that makes a 4/4? All right. They can cast it. Worth mentioning. Be really, really nice to actually remove this Goldspan. Because, you know, we've only got a few more swings left here. Plus any burn they might have in their deck. Oh, Infuriates. That's not good. It's not good at all. Well, we're at 6. I guess we always have Charming Prince. Oh, Creative Outburst. We're at 1. Crap. Hold on to your butts. They get the best of their top 5, so they probably just get another burn spell. It's very likely that we like have to gain life this turn. But we probably get to resolve whatever we want to resolve, which is good news too, right? So we get return Pastcaller, Blade Historian. Hold on, can we do this? Yeah, 6, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we can just get Blade Historian out of our yard. What am I doing? We just win the game. Screw it. Who cares? We'll get return Pastcaller just in case we end up needing a blocker, I guess. We can always just cast the Heartless Act. Well, I guess we can't cast it this turn, can we? Well, we've already got Thwart, so I'll just get Heartless Act back. And then all of our attackers have double strikes. Do we win? What's high score mean? All right, we did it, everybody. We pulled it off. Really hope the stream didn't stutter for that one, because we actually pulled off a pretty fun win there. Man, whew. That's what the deck does, in case anyone else was asking. I guess the hand isn't bad, though. We do have the red sources we need for Illuminate History. Problem is, we don't really have anything I want to dump. You know? Also, we have 2 learn cards, but we already have the Illuminate History. And we don't have anything that we want to dump to the learn ability, so it's kind of slightly awkward. But we're going to try it. We're up against Yorion here, which is, you know, probably not the best matchup, I would guess. Let's start on Savai Trial. I have playtested a good bit with this deck, but I've yet to play against Yorion, amazingly. I played Arena for like 9 hours yesterday with a couple of different decks, and it seemed like all I was playing against was Yorion. Over and over. Either that or like blue-black control decks that literally only play counterspells and removal with no real win conditions aside from like Crawling Barons. I played against a bunch of those yesterday. It's like, how do you people have the time to play those decks? All right, so we got to make a decision here, which I still haven't done. Sometimes this is the hardest decision. What 2-drop do you play, right? I think we just scry. I think we try to scry for something that we can dump. I think that's right. Sorry, opponent. I apologize. It also takes some time to talk on stream. I do think we want this Thwart. There's still nothing to dump. I guess we can dump the return Pastcaller. Sure. All apologies, opponent. But I do want the Thwart. Next turn, it's looking like we Temple of Malice, set up the Illuminate History for turn 4. In Search of Greatness in your Yorion deck, so it's not straight up Yorion. It's not the one that we're used to. And it really wants us to have Professor of Symbology. Like a lot. Pop in for our 2. I think Professor's the better call here. What do we get? Heartless Act. We dumped Pastcaller for Heartless Act. They scried 1 to the top with their In Search of Greatness trigger. Their 4th land this turn. Maybe we'll see like a binding and they'll clean up an inconsequential creature with it. Right? That's kind of what I'm hoping happens. Oh ho ho! Happily Ever After! This just became a way cooler game. Okay, opponent. Dope. I will always support that. Every day. Man, okay. Now we're doing it. Alright, I think we Illuminate History. Man, they did that. They actually did that. Happily Ever After. Huh. Huh. Well, put him at 19. Huh. Happily Ever After, man. Okay, so here's an idea. We Illuminate History and dump pretty much everything but the Thwart the Grave. We could do that. Or we could foretell Doomskar Titan, play Hunt for Specimens. We could also do that. It's an idea. And then that way we could swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 next turn? Damn. Not bad, actually. Maybe we just want to put him on the fastest clock. I'm going to try this line and see what happens, because I think Illuminate History is what we're supposed to do if we want to play the deck the way it's supposed to be played. But take the quickest line. I hope we're not playing into a removal spell or something. Or a mass removal spell, for that matter. I guess we can take Reduce. Yeah, sure. We'll take Reduce for the Happily Ever After, the In Search. They get a free 4-drop if they want it. within search this turn. They can't convert, so they take the scry. They scry to the bottom. Island, Maze Mind. 3 mana left. Probably buy the Yorion. No, ooh, Jace Mirror Mortgage. You are full of surprises, opponent. Huh. I like it. I like it. So they scry 2. They have 2 cards left in their hand, but they're virtually guaranteed to get a Deece card off the scry. Yeah, 1 to the top. So they'll draw that next turn, or at least they'll see it with the Insurge next turn. Unless they can drop, they get a free 4-drop or 3-drop next turn. So let's keep that in mind. They have a Planeswalker, an Artifact, an Enchantment. What is it? Beginning of your upkeep, there are 5 colors among permanents you control. There are 6 or more card types among permanents you control and or cards in the graveyard. And your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total. Okay. Cool, cool. So, 5 mana this turn. We have to sequence our turn. Just play Doomskar. I mean, I think that's correct. Because they didn't sweep us, so let's just take advantage of that. Yeah, let's get Black Source off of this. Doomskar. Let's go, son. Just gonna put a beating on you. I'm gonna give him a beating. Bang, 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 bang. Put him at 6. So they must sweep. They absolutely must sweep. They've decided to scry here, even though they've already scried 1 to the top. Maybe they're just trying to get a counter on Tome. Or maybe they're cursing at themselves right now. Like, I knew what it was. I already knew what that was. They scry it to the bottom. So this time they are looking for a sweeper. Their plan has changed. They scry to the top with Insurge, which is not the best sign. However, what we might be able to do here is pull off Thwart the Grave. What's in the yard? Not much. But if we Thwart the Grave, let's say they do sweep this turn and it's not like an extinction event, then we can get back Doomskar next turn. Glass Casket isn't enough. Pop Fabled Passage. They're still taking lethal at the moment, but, you know, they've got a bunch... Oh, they buy Yorion. You've only got 1 open mana left. They've only got 1 open mana left. Let's get Black Source from the pathway. Okay, so there's a few things we could do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It costs 5. I think we just want to leave Heartless Act open. I think that's all we really want to do here. Like, the only reason I paused here is because we could play Jigen. We could play Gyruda and try to hit another Doomskar Titan, at which point that really puts us over the top, you know. Next, well, good game. Okay. But it was probably the safer thing to hold up the Heartless Act. Oh, they do have something. Man, to the bitter end. I'll give them a nice. I'll give them a nice. Okay. So we play on. Do we Gyruda yet? Do we Gyruda yet? If we eliminate history, we have 2 mana open, so that's enough to Heartless Act, but not to do much else. And eliminate history doesn't really help as much as I want it to. What's in the yard? Yep, just return Pastcaller. I'm going for it. Go for it, right? Yeah, I could exile Happy now, but they're not going to have over their starting life total. They won't have over their starting life total. Yeah, I'll get the other Gyruda here. Kind of a weird decision, honestly. God, Extinction Event just bodies us. Completely bodies us. Let's take a look at the battlefield here. 37, 57. View browser. Could always scry, but let's do this. Is there a reason to go into our board with Professor? Is there a reason? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hope that wasn't a misplay. What's in our board that we can cast? Nothing right now. Put an Elspeth in their yard for them. Well, we'll get a Professor anyway. Better not be an extinction event. It better not be. Get a Probation. God, how I wish we could cast it. Man. Tense. It appears as though they actually can't cast the Elspeth right now, so that's kind of good. At least not with their available mana. Put a page counter on to scry. They do not want to draw. That's interesting. I think they would draw and look for an extinction event if they're carrying it. If they're carrying Doomskar or something like that, then we still win. We should. Matter of fact, if they're carrying Doomskar, they can't win. I mean, they have to play another white source, and they just don't have it. So they are really scrying hard here. To the top. And they go ahead in the draw. Oh, for some reason I thought that was their upkeep. Alright, with the rope, they tap for red. Pretty tense here. Tap Temple of Malady. Oh, untap Temple of Malady. Oh, untap the red source. Draw a card. Yep, I was thinking that might be the first thing you do. Okay, they drew a white source. So that puts us a possible sweeper online, if they didn't have one to begin with. Well, I guess we can still thwart and try to Gyruda if we need to do that. Why are you playing Life Goes On in your deck? Remember when they cast Life Goes On last turn? Why are you playing that card? It just really surprised me, man. Yeah, I'm worried about Ugin because we saw Ugin go into their yard. We know they play that card, but they don't have the mana to play it now. Right now, it looks like they're just coming to terms with losing. I think maybe that might be what's happening. They sure are roping. They only have 2 mana left. I don't think there's any play for 2 mana in Standard that gets them out of this. So, this might be total salt. This whole rope might be made of salt. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, buddy. Good game, JC Hazy. It was a good game. It was a good game. Opponent goes first. Again, that really is a lot of opponent going first at this point. Alright, I guess we Temple turn 1. Yeah, we have to play White Source, though, don't we? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do I want this? Not particularly. Edgewall turn 1. Not the best sign. Edgewall turn 2. Oh man, give him a nice for that. We're about to get tore up from the floor up, everybody. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt so bad. It's times like these. I wish I had a friend named the Professor. Oh wait, I do. Is this what we want? No, let's just get the Illuminate. Let's just get it. Let's just get it. Alright, 4 mana open to the opponent. Here comes the Questing Beast. I don't know. They're probably not playing Questing Beast. I wonder if they just... 4 mana is enough to Heart's Desire Lovestruck Beast. Citizen Training? Skyway Sniper? What? What? Huh. 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 Okay. All right. Wow. Huh. I can't stop. I can't stop going, huh. Isn't that something? Man, well, Professor, jeez. I just am stunned. I'm stunned by that. I am. I am stunned. Hunt. Let's discard Hunt, get a Doomskar Titan. Okay, it's alright. Something to discard to Illuminate, I guess. God, what else is in our opponent's hand? It's a test and training. I think they're Goose 2/2. Draw a card. What's the thing? Like, you're doing a thing, right? Almighty Brushwag. What are you doing? You're doing a thing, right? Like, you're doing a thing. I know you are. They just come... Oh, no, they're going to give up the edge wall. Okay. Do you have enough mana to pump the Brushwag next turn? Yeah, they do. What does it get? 3/3? Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. Jeez. Ouch. That's actually a lot. How have you done this much to us in just a few turns? I mean, like, that's with just like 1-drops and Setessan and trainings. Huh, I'm like genuinely confused by this. Alright, so... It's amazing. It's like legit amazing. Alright, so... I just... I have roped. Oh my god. Okay, so we Charming Prince, and I guess I'll gain 3 here. I could scry. I honestly could foretell this. I think maybe we should have illuminated history. I think we should have. Brushwag, dude. Oh no. Dude, awesome. Awesome. So if they trample over the deal 4, we go to 14. If we take 6, we go to 12. Yeah, sure. It's whatever. What is this deck? Yeah, I don't know what the opponent's plan is, so I'm confused. Yeah, same. Like, what? Oh, boy. Man, two Bobby Lashleys. 2 almighty Brushwags. Oh, man. Okay, so I could just, like, play the Doomskar Titan this turn and have a blocker for the Brushwag. Have a blocker for the Brushwag. That's a sentence. That's a sentence, you know? Like, I said that. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 9, 8, or 11. I mean... Let's just try to combo, dude. I'm done messing around. Do I want to discard this? Because, I mean... No, I'll just discard these 2 and try to get a Thwart or a land. Because one or the other is good. Of course, we don't get either. Man, well, at least we got the Heartless Act, I guess. I'm just like, I'm laughing because, like, it's possible we lose. Like, it is possible. Even at 15 right now, it is possible that these Brushwags just push through damage. It could happen. They still got a card in their hand, too. Here they come. With the wags. Wagging their brushes right now. So, is this a new player? Which one do they pump? Yep, that's the correct one to pump. Good job. Reclaim the Waste. Search your library for a basic. What is happening? Like, we've won against a bunch of real decks tonight, but we might lose to this deck. Well, I guess we have to hunt, don't we? We just aren't going to draw the land. This is so funny. Trade Pastcaller for Pastcaller. Let's keep up the Heartless Act. Tax whichever one they decide to pump. That's... What is happening? Swarm Shambler comes down. Coming in with everybody. Ooh, interesting. They decided they just want damage this turn. You're gonna pay for that, bud. Sorry. So sorry. We got the land. Whew, we got the land. Okay, so let's just Gyruda. We didn't hit a creature. We didn't hit a creature. Are you serious? Wow, bud. Okay. Wow. We didn't hit a feasible creature on either side. We hit 4 lands. I don't know if y'all noticed, but we hit 4 lands on our side. That's funny. Like, that's really funny. Man. Whew. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Opponent just has lands. They're going to come in with the 2-2. Yep. We are on a bit of a clock here, but we can just Pastcaller next turn. Throw a blocker in front. Charming Prince. Charming Prince. Charming Prince is interesting. But I'm going to play the flying blocker that gets back at least a Heartless Act, if not a Thwart. That seems better. Heartless Act. I'm still going to no attacks here. Opponent should put a counter on Swarm Shambler. They do. Okay, I think we might be able to pull it off, but who knows? I mean, at this point, the opponent could have some crazy bomb in their deck. Like, what if they Primal Might and win the game this turn? Primal Might, kill the Pastcaller, get in? It's possible. No, they're just going to use all their mana doing this. Cool. Whatever, we've got Heartless Act for the next turn. Skyway Sniper coming in handy, baby. It's not bad. Do they have a thing? This could just be sticking, but like the thing in their hand could be sticking right now. Oh, okay, cool. We're at 4. All right, so I think I might actually gain life off of this. It's not. We shouldn't. It's not the thing we should do. We probably should just exile Gyruda. But I'm going to gain life, hold up the Heartless Act for the Goose, and just kind of go from there, I think. I'm going to kill the Goose now. Just put a counter on Shambler. I will still no attacks here. We're still in a position where I think no attacks is maybe correct. Especially now they have a 3/3 Shambler and another Swarm Shambler. So yeah, we just need to start compounding value and win. We draw a land next turn, which we don't. We get a Vanishing Verse, which is also quite good. So we can Blade Historian Vanishing Verse? Yes, we absolutely can. They will get a counter for this. Two tokens, actually. But I like a couple of tokens more than I like a single Swarm Shambler. See where we get with this. The opponent probably should not block. They don't. Okay. They're wondering why there's another step. Okay, we made it. That sniper is legit against flyers. We learned. We learned. They'll just pop the food. Okay. It's a thing you can do. See what they top deck. 9 lands, 33 cards in, so probably could use another land here. Well, I guess we did mill 3 lands for them. Uh-oh. So test and training is actually really good. Gilded Goose. Oh, that's good too, when you think about it. It's not bad. I'm imagining we see no attacks here, though. All right, we have some options here. They're just going to scoop. They see that it's too much. They see that we have another Jigen waiting in the wings to do all this over again, get more creatures. They know we have a Foretold card, so that was just it from them. We get one more game in, I think. I think we can get one more in, right? We go first, but again, the rule holds. If you go first, you don't get lands. Because Arena is always trying to teach you a terrible lesson about Magic that you don't want to learn. I don't know why they do that, but at this point I am convinced that that's what Arena is doing. It's like, you go first, but you only have 2 lands. See? That's a problem you got to solve. It's like, can we just completely... Why do we have to... Well, you got to be that way. Let's Professor this turn, I think. If we were to dump something, it would probably be Gyruda. But I'll just get Illuminate. I think that's right. Still need another red source to play Illuminate, but, you know, we'll get it. We're flying by the seat of our pants. We'll get it, baby. We're in this together. Opponent led on World Tree, so they're going to give us some time to play Magic, you know? Buy more gems, better draws. You know, that's all you got to do. And Taurus, you're absolutely right. There's our other red source, so I'm pretty happy about that. I guess we already had another red source. We do need another black, though, don't we? Oh, no, yeah, we need 2 red. This kind of sucks we can't make that a black source when you think about it. Is there a reason to buy this Gyruda when we already have one? Well, yeah, because then we can keep one in our hand, right? Is that actually the right play here? I'm not that scared of this land, this 2/2 land. Yeah, I think this is the right play. I don't think we need to, you know, extend our board state or anything. Let's get in. Should be fine. Opponent has 4 this turn. Biomathematician. Nice. I'm no math magician, but that guy is. Huh. What are you doing over there? That causes me to fret. Doesn't really matter which Illuminate you play. Just throwing that out there. Discard Jigen, Return Pastcaller, Charming Prince, Hunt, and Illuminate. Sure, everything but the other Gyruda. We did not get a Thwart. Oh my god. We didn't get a Thwart and all we got was tapped lands. That's something, isn't it? In it. Are you just playing Fractals or something? I know we're Visionary. Just Simic midrange all the way. Gotta love it. They did get the other land. Okay, I was wondering if they're stuck or not. Just coming in for damage, like you do. Okay, so they're coming in with the Mathematician too. Offering the trade, we'll take it. Go to 14. Pastcaller is our draw. Drop a Savai Triome. If we hunt, what can we get out of our board here? I think I'm too worried about. I mean, I guess we can get a probation to keep something from attacking, but like, I don't think that's that big of a deal, you know? I think we'd rather actually try for an untapped land. Yep, there it is. Good, good. Good, good. So we can Gyruda next turn. We know that for a fact, and we should last this turn, unless our opponent has something really nasty. Illyrios. So it looks like we'll get to resolve spells. They still can drop, well, no, they have blue source here. Block the 3/3, gain a life. We take 2, basically. We go to 12. Thwart the Grave, dope. Okay, cool. Super cool of you to cooperate there, deck. Alright, so if we thwart this turn, what can we get, actually? Because we dumped a bunch of stuff. We get a Jigen and a Return Pastcaller. That's exactly what we're looking to do, isn't it? Interesting. So we thwart. Get the Jigen. Then we get the Pastcaller. We get the Thwart back. See, that's what the deck does. Alright, so we can get this stuff. We can draw a card off of that. X is the number of cards in your hand. We can get a 4/4 and a 2/2 off of that. Nothing. We really got nothing. Huh. So, what is it? The 3/2? Yeah, 3/2 that draws a card. What's the battlefield look like? Huh, I'll actually take the big guy. Yeah, looking good. Looking super good, actually. That's how you do it. Opponent does still have a lot of cards in their hand. They go Quandrix Cultivator. But if you want to make this a battle of the boards, we can do that. What else is in here? Nothing much. I was kind of hoping that we had a Blade Historian in there or something. Baron, what do you send back? Just the 4/4. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, we might be able to get away with playing the Triome this turn, but I'm still not sure yet, so... Yeah, we'll play this. We'll keep the one that can attack. Blade Historian in the yard. They have a Joriel in theirs. Still not sure we attack this turn, though, you know? Manifestation Sage, you know? Like, it's really tempting. But I think Blade Historian's correct. Well, maybe we save that to cycle. Yeah, I'm going to start getting a little aggressive here. They still have a bunch of creatures, but I don't think they can do enough to kill us. Karoo. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Opponent ain't done yet. Opponent is not done yet. Not at all. Emergent Sequence. Okay. And no attacks. Super cool. All right, what's in here? What is in here? Not much. 32 cards left in our deck. It's a kind of a weird game here. We can get Doomskar back, which is kind of interesting. As a matter of fact, can we get Doomskar and a flyer back? Can we get Doomskar and another return Pastcaller? God, no, not quite. I'm just going to play return Pastcaller. This should really pressure their board state. Like a lot. Get Heartless Act. Throw down this Triome. Get in. Now, we get in, they just block, right? I mean, get in here. Get in here. This is kind of a weird one, right? Because I don't want to get killed on crackback, so I think I should leave creatures up, obviously. Yeah, we'll just do this, and then they die next turn. So, especially, like, we can block with this return Pastcaller and just get it back with the Thwart the Grave. We can get it and Doomskar Titan back, so maybe we're all right. Masked Vandal doesn't kill anything, so that's good. 3 open, Masked Vandal. Biomathematician. That's all your mana. And they scoop. Okay, woo! That actually had me nervous there for a second. Opponent's deck was really cool.